WALL-E is a 2008 Pixar film that centers around a trash compacting robot. It is set around 800 years in the future, and it begins with an introduction to an imagined version of the Earth in which trash pollution and other human actions have rendered the planet uninhabitable. The main character, Wally, was originally one of many waste allocation load lifter Earth class units designed to clean up on the planet while humans went away on a spaceship cruise. However, he appears to be the only one still operating, and presumably the only presence on Earth, besides his pet roach. In the Wall-E universe, the company by and large seems to have taken over virtually all operations. Their influence is clear. They control transit, banks, money-making systems, grocery stores, and more. Their name is stamped everywhere, on newspapers, billboards, and signage. Later in the movie, when Wall-E is transported to the Axiom, the enormous spaceship where all of humanity now resides, we see that by and large is still in control of their society in many major ways. I'd like to explain how the dangers of creating a society centered around consumption instead of art is at the heart of the messaging in the movie Wall-E, and how the signage, advertisement, and messaging hints to the downfall of their society. To begin, signage alone shows us a clear course of events that the Earth experienced in the Wall-E universe that led to their current state. The movie is set in the year 2805, but the Earth that Wall-E inhabits was abandoned in the year 2100. Because no humans exist on the Earth, the viewers see hints to their lifestyles through newspapers, video message, trash, and other texts, if you only pay close attention. The heading, "Too Much Trash, Earth Covered, BNL CEO Declares Global Emergency," directly tells the reader why the state of the world is so dire. Other signs more subtly hint to the social elements of the situations they experience on Earth. The sign that reads, "Wall-E working to dig you out," portrays a common technique used by large corporations that guilt the everyday person into believing that their actions have caused environmental issues, instead of placing the blame on the companies that are creating the majority of the problems. Using the word "you" tells the reader of the sign that the Wall-E units, which were created by BNL, are the saviors to a problem they created, making BNL a hero. On another sign, the phrase "do your part, fill your cart" can be seen. It's unclear what this even means, but simply the phrase "do your part" is reminiscent of many green slogans that place blame on the reader. Understanding that this is the messaging those on Earth were receiving constantly in their everyday lives is eye-opening. In our society, we feel now more than ever, and much more than even in 2008, when the movie was released, the effect that advertisements have on our choices, lifestyles, and internalized beliefs. Though it may be difficult to grasp how one company gained a level of control over all humanity that allowed them to contain humans on a space cruise that lasted for 800 years without uprising, it's important to remember that the humans in 2100 didn't know any life outside of BNL, and also that a huge factor in this level of control comes down to the manipulation that we see ingrained in every part of their society. On the Axiom, a vast contrast from the Earth we see preserved 800 years in the past, civilization is bustling with noise and life. The movie's script describes the situation in this way. Humans have become the most extreme form of couch potatoes. Absolutely no reason to ever get up. No purpose. Every one of them is engrossed in their video screens, cocooned in virtual worlds. Overdeveloped fingers tap armrest keypads. The controls allow them to steer, order food, play games, and most of all, chat mindlessly with other passengers. The chatter is deafening. No one notices Wall-E at all. Signage on the Axiom has almost total influence over the passengers' food choice and leisure activities. Hovercade, Pizza in a Cup, and Beauty Barn are featured. It's interesting to note that these advertisements are likely unchanged from what they were 800 years ago. Pictured on them, we see fit, standing humans who have yet to evolutionize into the humans who are restrained to hover chairs at the present time. Despite the dystopian society that Wall-E establishes, it maintains the central idea that humanity resides in connection. Though the usage of the phrase mindless chatter may be viewed negatively, it is clearly at the heart of life on the Axiom. The passengers have friendships and they have humanity. They are polite, curious, and kind. Though their lifestyles and bodies may be different from humans today, they are still at their core human. Mary and John, once broken out of the shell of the screen that surrounds them, long for human connection outside of the life that has been established for them.
Hey, that's what's his name?
Hey, what the?
Look at that.
What? Hey, guy. It's, Wally. That's it. Hey, Wally. Hey, it's your buddy John. Hey.
Hi.
The captain, upon discovering the idea of Earth, is enshrined in a curious spirit. He yearns to experience life, to dance, to farm, and to see all of the wonderful things that he hopes Earth has to offer. Once these three characters are broken out of their shells by Wally, they quickly lose the path of apathetic idleness that previously was their only course in life.
Home auto, and it's in trouble. I can't just sit here and do nothing. That's all I've ever done. That's all anyone in this blasted ship has ever done. Nothing.
On the Axiom, you will survive.
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Must follow my directive.
Ah!
As we previously established, however, the people who live on the Axiom don't lack humanity. What they do lack, however, is human creation, innovation, and art. William Morris's ideas in The Art of the People provide some perspective to this predicament. He writes, "No human ingenuity can produce work such as this without pleasure being a third party to the brain that convey and the hand that fashioned it. Morris knows that working by hand creates pleasure. We know that in Wally, the humans on the Axiom never lift a finger for anything. This explains their general sense of dissatisfaction in life. Though they live lives of great luxury, that luxury brings them no joy. They may harbor similar thoughts such as this. Once, men sat grinding under great tyrannies, amidst violence and fear so great that nowadays we wonder how they lived through 24 hours of it, till we remember that labor was sweetened by the daily creation of art. And shall we, who are delivered from the evils they bore, live drearier days than they did? Though they face no labor or pain on the Axiom, their lives are not full of satisfaction for these very reasons." Wally encourages the viewer to notice your surroundings. It critiques the level of control advertisements have in our lives and encourages the reader to form their own thoughts and conclusions about the world. Mary's suit turns back to red after she is broken away from the screen, presumably due to the suit's technology, but it creates a powerful symbolic change in her character. She's now a lone human in the world, the only red suit among many blues. Though BNL's messaging surrounds her, she has essentially been freed from her vulnerability to its influence. Even in this intentionally manufactured, fake, superficial world, she still has her eyes to see and her mind to think. She is human despite her surroundings, despite the ultra-processed world full of intelligent robots that surrounds her. We see the way she takes in her surroundings, noticing the pool, the sky, and the stars. The movie WALL-E is many things, but one of its most applicable impacts in society today is its strong warning that society has become increasingly idle. Just as William Morris encourages individuals to take joy in human ingenuity and creation, WALL-E shows the devastating effects of becoming so immersed in distraction and entertainment that we neglect joy and invention.